Welcome to the Week 10 lecture for dxb211, Creative Coding. I've called it States of Play, and what I want to talk about and think about in this lecture is what does it mean for us to represent information in a computer program beyond just storing data in a variable. What about when we start to store more complex structures? What does that let us do in terms of representing different kinds of knowledge or different modes of interaction? What kind of illusions of interaction can it create? What are the creative potentials of these representations? I'm also going to introduce a useful kind of mental model and programming technique that you can apply in a lot of your sketches for assignment 2, which is a state machine. It's an easy way to manage how your sketches should evolve over time and keep that under control, because that's a notoriously tricky thing to do. A couple of announcements. The assignment 1 marks will be released on Friday. We're just tying up the last of the consolidation of them at the moment. And I also wanted to let you know that there's a call for a P5JS project lead, which is due this Friday. It's an open call for a P5JS project lead. And if you feel excited about this position but underqualified, I especially urge you to apply. I think there's several students in this class that would be qualified for this position. So I'll leave a link beneath the lecture and you can check that out if you're interested. It's a paid position for a year, so it's worth thinking about. So in the lecture, in the first part, I'm going to talk about some of these ideas of how we represent information and the generative potential of that, this idea of generative models. And then we're going to look at state machines in the second part. So I'll be back in a second to talk about generative models, and see you then.